What is going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, we got breaking news out of Newcastle County, Delaware. And it's in the Wilmington area. Shout out Wilmington. And it's about an active shooter that police are presently looking for after he shot two people in a hospital out there. Wilmington Hospital, to be exact. And they're still looking for this person. They haven't gave a lot of information, whether the victims, their age, male, female. But it's a lot of chaos out there, and people are standing outside the hospital right now. Without further ado, take a look at what they got. You can expect the update either tonight or tomorrow morning. Take a look.
Back to the breaking news at Wilmington Hospital. Shawnette, you just got there, and any more information you gathered?
Not much right now, Jason. This is still a very active scene here for one. We just talked to police just a few minutes ago, and not giving many details except for the fact that there are two victims here. They would not give their conditions to us or say whether they are employees of the hospital or whether they are workers. Only, again, that there are two victims. They are also telling us that they do not have a suspect in custody, and as of right now, this hospital remains in lockdown. We'll give you a quick look at the scene here. You can see that there was a large police presence from right here at 12th Street down to the main entrance of Christiana Care, which is the Wilmington campus of this particular hospital. And then if we can at some point pan this way, you can see just on the side of the hospital here, different departments, ambulances also again surrounding this property. Again, all we know right now is that police, Wilmington police, told us just minutes ago they do not have a suspect in custody right now, but two victims. They say the shooting did take place inside the hospital. They did not say exactly where, but preliminary information, which is what we get when this call goes out and it goes over the radio, is that this may have possibly happened in the basement of the hospital. Again, police not confirming the exact location, but preliminary reports saying that it happened in the basement. And again, so right now this hospital is on lockdown. Just on the corner behind me, we see some people in scrubs, presumably people who work here at the hospital, still waiting outside for word as to when this property is clear for them to go back in. But just an investigation, Jason, that we're still waiting as police learn more. The important thing they're asking is that for people who live and work in this area, to follow any lockdowns that are in place and to avoid the area if you can. Right now, traffic is still open at this end as you go to the main entrance there, and we do see cars leaving the hospital property. But as far as we know from police, it is locked down in terms of people inside being able to come and go here. We do have some action happening here right now. Wilmington police and also an ambulance pulling out here. Now again, it's unclear as to whether they are going to another scene here or if in fact that there is some information about a suspect, because we do know that police just told us minutes ago, Jason, no suspect is in custody.
Yeah, and that ambulance had a police escort with it, so that brings a lot of questions. And
Yeah.
I know police would not tell you a lot. I know there were a lot of questions. You mentioned two shooting victims. Did they say that these were fatal shootings, or we don't know the condition?
Yeah, the question was asked about their conditions, and he said that he could not get information about that at this time. And again, also, we're still waiting to hear were these patients, are they workers? Is it someone who was visiting the hospital? But just two victims, no names, no ages or conditions right now.
And did they say the shooter had left the hospital and was out on the run somewhere, or somewhere locked down in the hospital?
No information on that as well. Gave absolutely no information about who they're looking for and where that person could be, only that the hospital is still in lockdown.
Okay.
So we don't know if they're still on the property or gone.
And so behind you, we see everybody's evacuated. It looks like some of that road is shut down, a huge police presence there. Everybody just kind of standing around waiting for orders and what they're able to do then.
Yeah. And if you can see, we're kind of at the corner where the pole is, but you can see, as I was pointing out, that there are people in scrubs here, again, presumably workers who may have already been out when this happened and, cannot get back in right now due to the lockdown. But yes, just people standing around waiting to get the next word. Like I said, traffic is moving around the hospital. But not so much, as you can see, going toward the entryway, which is where all the police are and gathering right now, right up to the main entrance.
And I know you just got there, so have you had a chance to ask any employees what they saw or heard?
So no, as soon as we pulled up and got out, there was, police were willing to just share a little
Right.
bit, just to give us something, to give us an idea of what was happening while we're waiting for official word from them. So, perhaps when we're done here, we'll go across the street and we can see if we can talk to the crowd standing over there with scrubs. But they've been out there for as long as we have.
Yeah.
So nobody going in and out right now.
Yeah, what an ordeal for those people. And police have their reasons for, being tight-lipped on this. And we'll find out those reasons soon enough. All right, Shawnette, if you hear anything, let us know. Great reporting out there.
All right, we'll do.
We are following breaking news right now in Delaware. A shooting investigation inside Wilmington Hospital on West 14th Street. Police say 2 people were shot in the basement around 4 this afternoon. Thanks for joining us here at 6 for streaming here on Fox Local. We're just getting this information in. I'm Jason Martinez. Police are asking the public to avoid the area. This is still an active situation. Our Shawnette Wilson is there. What have you heard since we last spoke?
Nothing more from police, Jason, but we just had the opportunity to talk to a woman who says that she was inside trying to make an appointment, and also someone who actually works in hospitality. He would be the person who greets patients when they come in through the emergency room. He says that he heard 2 pops. He said soon after the alarms in the hospital started going off and that people just started to evacuate. So he's been out here along with everyone else since this happened earlier this afternoon. Again, what we told you a little bit ago is that Wilmington police have only been able to say that there are 2 victims. They have not clarified yet whether those victims are employees, whether they were patients here at the hospital. They have not given identifications or their conditions, but at last report, they did not have a gunman. They did not have a suspect in custody. And so right now, the hospital, Christiana Care, this is the Wilmington campus, remains on lockdown at this hour. And you can even see just people this is mostly media where we are now, but just people standing outside the hospital. Just across here, Aaron, past this burgundy vehicle, these are people in scrubs over here, so lots of hospital employees are just remaining outside, outside the hospital until they hear what's going on. But the hospitality worker, Brian, who we just spoke to, just described this as being a terrifying thing to happen. He, again, was in the emergency room. He says, according to him, the shooting happened on the ground floor, so a floor below where he was. But he says that he heard 2 pops. He wasn't in a position in terms of where the shooting happened and where he was to know what kind of commotion may have led up to this, or, what happened in the moments before. He just said that he heard those shots and that it was terrifying to him. And especially to have something like this, he said, happen in a hospital where, he pointed out hospitals are like, schools. You expect them to be safe. You don't expect something like this to happen. But clearly something went terribly wrong here this afternoon that caused 2 people to be shot. Again, conditions unknown, and last check from Wilmington police, which was probably maybe in the last half hour, no suspect in custody. So still just a lot of questions here, a lot of police presence. You could see vehicles stretch all the way around all sides of the hospital here. Military-style vehicles, and also just different police departments, state troopers down here at the other end of the parking garages where we are. So we're just waiting, Jason, to hear, again, the conditions of these 2 people and what may have led to this, whether they were employees or patients, all still unknown at this hour. Police expected to give another update sometime soon.
And let's hope they have a suspect, too, by then as well. All right, Shawnette, thank you very much. Shawnette Wilson.